Artemis Toast here. What we're gonna do, as you can see by the paper sign I held up, we're gonna do another all kinds of awesome album review. Um, this one's a little bit different. It's more like the one I did for the Jack White Lazaretto album. It being a unique album. You know, I didn't review the audio as much as I did the packaging. And I had mentioned that I was going to do more of those. You know, being, being the world's greatest guitarist, being a roadie for over 100 bands, having magical ears of honey. It offers me many privileges within the music industry. The ability to come across, you know, really cool, unique musical items, and mainly just being a fan. That Lazaretto thing, anybody could buy that. But being a fan of music in general, anytime I come across something that's kind of unique, as you can see by my many other all kinds of awesome album reviews, I collect vinyl, and other forms of media for music, when it happens to be a unique packaging or uh, like a special edition or something like that. Um, Today's is a single by the band Muse. Um, this kind of fits with the trend I had going before, like bands with single syllable and four letter or less names. But once again, this one's kind of unique. As you can see from the CD itself, most of it's clear. You know, which lets you know that there's only songs on this part. And also lets me know I didn't, records play from the outside in, and apparently I did not know this. CDs play from the inside out. Um, this is actually a 4-track EP. The tracks being Uno, Jimmy Kane, Forced In, and Agitated. It shows. I can't tell what it says right there. Um, it looks like it was released on May 31st, 1999. It's probably some catalog, numbers and things there. Um, this looks like one of those promos that was sent out to, you know, maybe radio stations, things like that. Um, this is definitely a promo. This is the packaging it came in. I'm looking online, and there are ones that look very similar, but they actually came in a regular CD case. This isn't something that, obviously the band created this because it says Muse on the outside of this slider, and it has these things put on. They're just like labels, printed labels. On the back it says here, once again, this is why I feel that maybe it was something that was sent to perhaps radio stations in America to try to get, airplay, in 1999. Muse is huge now. Muse is awesome. I'd say they're all kinds of awesome. Trademark. You know, Bellamy's, man, I'm a shredding machine. Bellamy could tear up a guitar pretty well. Much respect to that. He's about a 9, I'm about a 14. He hasn't reached my astronomical levels, but, respect to him. He could tear up a guitar. Um, but as I was saying, there's this label affixed, to this plastic slider. Um, and I'll read it out loud. It says, Muse cannot fail to impress, inspired by the genius of Nirvana, Radiohead, and the Smashing Pumpkins, and about to release their debut single for their new label, Mushroom Records. I haven't heard of them, and I've been around. Um, these guys are headed in only one direction, championed by Lamac, Lamacq. I don't, I know the business, but I don't know any Lamacs. I know iMacs, and iPads, but I don't know any Lamacs, Big Macs. But anyway, and produced by the same John Leckie who knob turned the Benz. So what that's telling me is this John Leckie was probably an engineer for Radiohead's second album, The Benz, which is also all kinds of awesome. I'll have to review that on here one time. I did do, you can look back and see OK Computer. I was actually in that record, on that album cover, just, world's greatest guitars. You make your way around the business. Says, Muse are signed to Madonna's Maverick label in America and are market leaders in captivating and passionate live shows. Cool. Must be really good live. I never seen them live personally, but yeah, I can imagine they tear it up live. They're on the road with Feeder over 9 dates in May and play both Glastonbury and Reading later in the summer, so still touring around England at that point, before embarking on a 3-month USA tour, and this is just the beginning. So once again, that definitely lets me know it's something that was passed around to the U.S. radio station, trying to get them some U.S. airplay. I never personally, I'm a Muse fan, I never really heard of them until Muscle Museum. I think that was their first album. The song, the opening song, there was another acoustic jam on there, Unintended. That was a good jam. Alright, maybe I can't remember the name of that album. Was it Muscle Museum? That was a track on it, Muscle Museum. Well, anyway, Muse, in my opinion, is all kinds of awesome. Didn't get into the audio, just wanted to share this unique album. Once again, I don't know what that says up there. If anybody can make it out or has any more information, I'm all over the place in the music business. I can't remember where I picked this up. I've been to radio stations, I've been on tours, I've been to multi-band festivals where, stuff like this is thrown about. Sometimes people send me stuff because they, my magical ears of honey being in the business, I could pick the hot tracks, I know what's going to sell. It could have been one of those things, I was in that business for a little while. But once again, all kinds of awesome trademark. Follow me on the Twitters at Artemis Toast. Subscribe to my YouTube channels. Artemis Toast out.